The other day, a video came out of Governor Whitmer's opponent claiming that Democrats have been working for decades to topple the United States because they're still upset about losing the Civil War. And that COVID restrictions were part of some master plan to do this. Now, first of all, what? What?
First of all, what? That is what it looks like when you have a fiery, loose, and passionate Barack Obama out on the campaign trail. This was over the weekend, drawing excited crowds in Wisconsin. You can see the big crowds here. It could remind you of, well, a presidential year or a year with Obama on the ballot. Midterms, of course, a week away. Obama was campaigning with Senate candidate Mandela Barnes. And for all the talk these days about democracy and coups on the left, which warns against them, and that's important, as well as the talk on the right about crime and the economy, among other issues, Obama was out here hammering Republican Ron Johnson on a different score for putting billionaire tax breaks clearly on that Republican priority list above hardworking grandparents, as Obama put it. I'm going to play it for you. This is a moment that's already going viral. It's got people talking. It's reminding some Democrats why this is measurably their most popular leader over the past 2 decades in a row. And yes, that includes the current president.
Some of your parents are on Social Security. Some of your grandparents are on Social Security. You know why they have Social Security? Because they worked for it. They worked hard jobs for it. They have chapped hands for it. They had long hours and sore backs and bad knees to get that Social Security. And if Ron Johnson does not understand that, if he understands giving tax breaks for private planes more than he understands making sure that seniors who've worked all their lives are able to retire with dignity and respect, he's not the person who's thinking about you and knows you and sees you, and he should not be your senator from Wisconsin.
That's how Obama broke it down. As for his colleague turned presidential replacement, well, Barack Obama will join current President Joe Biden in Philadelphia this Saturday as part of the homestretch pitch. As for that candidate who was campaigning with Obama over the weekend, as we heard some of those big moments, well, he's here, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes, on the beat. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Really glad to be back. And it was a really exciting time with President Barack Obama this weekend.
What did you think of the policy point he made about Ron Johnson?
Well, he painted the picture as clear as day. Ron Johnson is not in it for working people. Ron Johnson is in it for himself. He's in it for his wealthy donors, the people who donate to his campaign. But look, if you're an everyday working person in the state of Wisconsin, you have one U.S. senator fighting for you. And the reality is we need two. Ron Johnson is going to continue to take us further and further backwards here in Wisconsin. Now, the reality is over 12 years in the U.S. Senate, his biggest achievement was the 2017 tax bill. He's initially a no vote until he orchestrated $215 million in tax deductions for 2 of his biggest donors. At the same time, this is a guy that wants to repeal the Affordable Care Act, a guy that's coming after your hard-earned retirement benefits. And as I've said to folks, he also wants to raise the retirement age to 70 years old. And it'll be a glorious day when the people of Wisconsin lower the retirement age for Ron Johnson this November 8th. But it'll take a lot of work, a lot of help to make it happen. Folks, go to MandelaBarnes.com. Join us.
Yep. I was going to say, I see what you did there. I also see you getting in the website. We know about that. Mr. Barnes, take a listen to a little bit more of someone who obviously did throw his weight behind you. We'll see if the voters find that helps. But Barack Obama on the trail.
I've been reading up on some of these candidates on the other side. Lord have mercy. Who will fight to keep you and your family safe? Is it somebody who carries around a phony badge and says he's in law enforcement? The fundamental issue you should be asking yourself right now is, who will fight for you? Who cares about you? That's the choice in this election. I need you to get off your couch and vote. Put down your phone and give TikTok a rest and vote.
I got to tell you, I don't know. You're so busy. I don't know what you listen to, but Obama sounds a little bit like Kendrick's cousin, Baby Keem, who famously said, "Put down your IG and look through my lens." A little intergenerational idea that social media is great. It could be fun. I'm sure people are looking at Halloween costumes on it tonight, but people got to get out there and vote. What is, in your view, the key issue or the way you're encouraging people to get out and vote in midterms, which we know do have lower turnout? And some Democrats feel like the Democrats won last cycle. They got this.
Well, Baby Keem dropped the deluxe edition last week, so really excited for that reference.
Okay,
but I will say,
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm sure you're looking for a election day that is melodic blue. But go ahead.
Hey, then I ask people if they're happy for me on Tuesday, November 8th. It all goes right. Well, like I said, to get people out, look, people got to know that the future is on the line. We got a lot of work to do. And I tell people all the time, people who are frustrated with politics and politicians, I tell them I'm not running because I think things are going well. I'm running because we need to change things, running because things need to be better. But it only happens if you join and get involved in the process. These problems that we have, they aren't going to fix themselves. And with people like Ron Johnson in office, it's actually going to get worse. But there is a reality where things become so much better. But it does not happen unless you vote and stay active, stay engaged, stay involved. Voting is just the first step. You still got to help make the progress happen. And just because the person you want to win wins an election, you can't just assume that good things are going to happen on its own. And if the person you didn't want to win, if they happen to win, you can't just let them off the hook for everything that goes wrong. You got to show up, continue to apply pressure.
Yeah. Look, I really appreciate hearing from you. We know you're busy and you were out with the former president, Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes.